A good trader, I think, is someone who has the ability to adapt, who has the ability to manage risk, who has the ability to grow and develop on daily basis, who has the ability to accept losses, who has the ability to learn on daily basis, because the market, it keeps proving us wrong every day.
What's up, traders? Welcome back to another episode of the Desire Trade podcast. This week, we focus on prop firms, and one prop firm that you might not know yet, you might not be aware of that prop firm yet. But one of my goals as part of this podcast is to also introduce you to different prop firms, so that in the case where you are looking for capital at this point in your trading career, you can get funded more easily. And prop firms are of all kinds. They have challenge fees, they have different things that might not be favorable for a lot of traders. But the prop firm we talk about today, Audacity Capital, is bringing a lot of good points that other prop firms don't. So I'm interviewing the founder, Karim Yousfi, based out of London. Don't forget to let me know in the comments if you have any question about this interview and this prop firm. They will make sure to reply, and I will make sure to look at the comments as well. So without further ado, let's dive into the interview. Yeah, so just tell me about the story of the prop firm.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for having me, Etienne. It's a really pleasure to be with you today. We started 8 years ago, 2012. It was the beginning of Audacity Capital. The idea behind Audacity Capital is just to create the right environment for traders to perform and make a living and providing them with the right capital. Our background is quite different comparing to what we have seen today as prop trading firms. We are coming mainly from like a sort of traditional old-fashioned way of doing prop trading. So that when we started, we used to have an office with 72 stations and traders trading on daily basis, trading futures, and they're providing them with desks. So that this is where we started here in the city in 2012. So that's what it was, mainly looking for profitable traders coming from different walks of life. You got some people who are institutional background looking for backing. So that the deal with them, it was very simple. We offer them access to the market from our trading floor here in the city, and we allocate for them capital, and we increase the leverage for them. We got, even I don't know if you are familiar with, if you heard about this Navi, which he's the flash crash guy, the guy who actually has been accused of the flash crash. He used to trade in our trading floor in 2012. For that, our background is quite different comparing to what people are doing today in terms of online prop trading. For that, me as a person, I'm coming from an institutional background. I used to work for banks in the past. So that what we are offering at the moment is mainly something in the middle, is between what an old-fashioned way of getting traders and a modern way of just like offering capital to people who are coming, accepting everyone on board. And to return to your question about what it makes us different as a prop trading firm, first of all, we don't operate with demo accounts. We don't believe in demo accounts, and we don't offer any challenges. For that, we are mainly looking for traders who are profitable. We are looking for traders who are winners, and they're just undercapitalized. They have a good strategy, and they're undercapitalized. So that when they apply for our program, we take them through an onboarding process. It's an interview process where we can ask them about their strategy, about the risk management, about the way of their doing, about the skill set, and we approve them. We got some people we approve and some people we don't approve. So that is like mainly like a sort of old-fashioned way of recruiting traders. Okay, and on top of that, what it makes us quite different, if someone we think he is good, he starts live from day one. He starts with real money. We don't operate with demo account, as I said. We just think demo account doesn't make any sense especially for someone who is looking to perform and make a living for them, especially for us as a prop trading firm. If we see someone he is not good, we just say to him, this time your application is not approved, give it some time, and you can just build up some track records and come to us. So that, let me give you a scenario of someone who is applying for the funded trader program. Let's say anyone in the world, he is looking for funding. He has a good strategy. He has good risk management. He applied for our funded trader program. We invite him for an interview. If he is based here in London, he can come to our trading floor. If he's not based here in London, we can just do a phone interview or Skype interview. We sit down with him. We try to understand what his strategy, what his risk set, what his background, what he's trying to achieve, what his expectations. And if he's approved, we allocate for him 15K to start with real money. And every time they achieve 10% target, we double for them the size to 30K. From 15, they go to 30, 30, 60, 60, 120, and they keep growing. We've got some guys, they started with 15K, and now they're managing with us $500,000, $250,000. And what's the maximum we can offer is $500,000. We are not like other firms. They just say we give you 2 million or 3 million or 5 million. We are reasonable in our approach, and we always respect our promises. And on top of that, they got a drawdown of 10%, and we don't trade the news, but are really having like a sort of conservative approach, a professional approach towards the market. We don't trade NFPs, we don't trade central bank decisions. Not all major news, but only the news who cause a big volatility in order to preserve our capital. And as soon as they hit 10% target, we split with them the profits, and they go to the next stage. This is actually how we operate, and what we have been doing for the last 8 years. When we started, as I said, it was mainly designed for institutional traders, but recently, because of the industry changing a bit, and we have seen that we got some superstars coming from the retail environment, those people who doesn't have a traditional background of traders, they're just learning by themselves, we have a big respect for these people, because they are the ones who they got they're on the front line, and they got knowledge, and they're just trying to make money on a daily basis. For that, those people, the only problem they're having, they're undercapitalized. They don't have enough money to manage. For that, they deal with them. We're just looking for them and making sure we provide them with all what they need in order to perform and make profits for themselves and for us.
Okay. So what the idea came from to open the prop firm? You were the founder of that prop firm. So how did you decide to open that prop firm?
This is quite an interesting question. In 2012, it was just coming out of the recession. Here in London, we have seen hundreds and hundreds of prop trading firms closing. So that we were just going against the trend back then, It wasn't like the best timing for opening a prop trading firm. But personally, because I said I used to work for an institution, which is a bank in Germany, and when I started my trading career there, when I left the institutional world, moving from institutions to a retail environment is quite interesting and fascinating as an experience, because I was looking to raise funds. I had good strategy. I was profitable, and I was looking to get funds. So that I was I spent more than 6 months looking for people, potential investors, meeting them and selling them my strategy. But didn't work, because you got some people, they just even ask you weird questions. They say to you, can I double my account in 2 months? How much can you make 10 days, 10% a day? Things like that. It's like people, they don't understand the struggle, they don't understand the industry. We try to educate them, but sometimes it needs too much time, and we don't have time actually. For that, we got this idea of creating a prop trading firm for traders, a platform where they can come, someone with a strategy, and we can provide him with all what he needs, from capital, from liquidity, from desk, from space, all what he support, backup, all what he needs. Because as you must know, Etienne, trading is quite stressful as a job, and the market is taking all your time. For as traders, we don't have time to look other things. We can't do the sales guy. We can't do the person who is raising funds for you. You can't do the IT guy. For that, I think what we were thinking is just to create the ideal environment, because we are traders and we know what a trader needs, for someone to just come, plug, and he can start performing and producing. And we got some good stories, actually, success stories. We managed to attract the best traders here in London, especially when we opened. We were offering quite a good offer, but to just attract people. And since we're just trying to making sure we get the right people joining our pool and to improve our book and improve our profitability. But the idea mainly is just offering a service I needed personally. Because when I left, as I told you, the banking and the corporate world, I was in need of help for someone to support me and help me and use my skills in order to improve my profitability and produce alpha for him and for us. That's why we created Audacity Capital to just help traders to perform and do well. On top of that, we have another program which is like mainly like a sort of graduate program when we take people without any experience and we train them on our trading floor on daily basis on one-to-one, covering all aspects of trading. And at the end of the training, they get allocation. It's like a way to get a new blood into our pool and into our books.
And so where did the investor come from for this platform? Are they private investors? Are they banks? Where do they come from?
The main funds is the people who owns the company. They invested in the company. For that's why it makes our life easier, because we don't have to go to look for investors, because here in London, and especially here in the UK, in Europe in general, the relegation is really tough and is really strict. You can't like just raise funds like that. But we are quite lucky. We got those people who back the company. They got quite a deep pocket. They're coming from different industry and they're just looking to invest their money, and especially back then, because the low interest rate, it wasn't that interesting. So that it was quite a good opportunity for them to get a team of traders to manage for them on daily basis their money and making quite a profit. And since we managed to do quite a good amount of profit on monthly basis, and now, so I can say for the last 5 years, we just opened our doors more for retail guys and making sure we welcome them and create for them the right environment to join our team and to help us to improve our profitability.
And let's say someone wants to trade with you, what platform can they use? Is it any platform of their choice, or do you have some limitation there?
Okay, let me explain. They have to use MT4. It's the most popular platform. And most FX traders what they like, because before choosing the platform, we just want to ask everyone what they want is MT4. But what it makes our offer quite different, we offer a deep institutional liquidity. The spread, for example, we apply on our platform is just 0.2, 0.3 in euro dollar. We don't have swaps, we don't have commissions. And the execution is really high. We have a deep institutional liquidity. Like that, we help our traders to perform and make more profit for themselves and for us. For that, the quality is very high in terms of the liquidity, because we think that by providing the best environment, trading environment for our traders, is like producing more alpha and more profit for us and for themselves.
Excellent. And so what distinguishes your platform from the other ones, especially the challenge that you don't have? Other platforms have challenges, or you have to pay to be able to do a challenge and get funded by them. So how does the application process work with your firm, with Audacity Capital? People, they have to submit their strategies, their track record, and then what happens after?
Yeah, I don't want to comment about what other prop trading firms are doing, which is like offering demo accounts, and they just, you do an offer, you start trading on demo accounts, you pay them, and later, if you are good, they take you on board. For us, we don't waste time. We just invite someone for an interview. It's like a traditional way of recruiting and hiring a trader. We invite him for an interview. We discuss with him his strategy, his way of trading, his trading style, his risk parameters, the way of trading, like if he's scalper or if he's like swing trader, because we don't allow any over the weekend positions. On Friday, we have to close all the positions. As I told you, we don't trade veneers. For that, we're just making sure we sit down with him and making sure he can adapt to our risk parameters and our trading conditions. For that, let's say someone applied right now, we just, next step for us is just one of our talent acquisition to give him a call. I know it's quite long. We got some critics saying to us, your process is quite long and it takes too much time. I can go to another website, I can order an account like a pizza, you see, things like that. But we prefer to do it the right way. We prefer to making sure with who we are dealing, making sure we understand his strategy, making sure he can produce. There is high probability that he can produce good profit for us and for him. For that, the first thing we do, we invite him for an interview. We sit down, we talk over the phone, discussing all his trading style, his background, what he's trying to achieve, the expectations, if he has any margin calls in the past, the way he's trading, if he trades the news. It's like we have a skill, we have like a set of rules we need to ask them, and making sure they got it. And at the end of the day, we sit as a risk team and we decide if we are going to allocate for this person money or not. And if he is approved, they get the allocation, they start trading with 15K, and from there, they're doubling and growing on daily basis. This is actually how we operate. And I think the best, maybe is slow and old-fashioned maybe for some people, but I think we prefer it that way because we are backing our traders with our real money. Not like other firms that are just risk-free, demo accounts, you can play. If you are good, come. If you're not good, goodbye. So that, and it's working because we are profitable. I can say 72% of our current traders, they are profitable and they are managing quite a good amount of money, and they make profit on daily basis. Because let me be honest with you, Etienne, if someone he's a profitable trader, is like a cash machine for trading firm, For that, what it makes us different, we are looking for winners. We want someone to win. We want someone to make profit. And we help him and we offer him all what he needs in order to achieve profitability and make sure he can produce alpha. While somewhere else, they are mainly looking, I don't want to get into this too much details, but they're just looking for everyone he's happy to pay his welcome. For us, even if someone is happy to meet all our rules, sometimes we say to some people, no, we don't accept everyone on board.
Are you able to spot the difference between a good or a bad trader?
A good trader, I think, is someone who has the ability to adapt, who has the ability to manage risk, who has the ability to grow and develop on daily basis, who has the ability to accept losses, who has the ability to learn on daily basis, because the market, it keeps proving us wrong every day. And you have to accept that you are wrong. And one of the biggest problems we had, especially with those graduates, as I told you, we have this program where we train and develop traders for our pool, and we back them later. We managed to train like different people coming from different walks of life with different characters, different personalities. But what's always the thing keeps always coming for a good trader is the character, is the discipline, is the expectations, is someone he knows what he is doing. Because at the end in our industry, we are quite just suffering of this stigma. A lot of people, they think trading is like getting rich quick scheme. They come to become millionaires within 24 hours, buying an island, buying a private jet. It's just horrible. Sometimes you got some people, they come to you and you need to educate them. You need to correct all what the way of thinking, the myth they got about trading. And we work as well with universities. We have, for example, here LSE, Imperial College, where we go to them every now and then to organize seminars for them in order to educate their students about trading, financial markets, correcting any myths they have. Especially Hollywood is contributing a lot on this on this way of stigma thinking traders. They just make a lot of money on a daily basis, and they just talk about good things. But trading is like any other job. If you want to become professional trader, it's like becoming a doctor. If you want to become a doctor, you have to be in a hospital around traders. They train you, they teach you for 7 years, and later you get graduated. And from getting graduated, you get practitioner, and you keep growing. We are lucky in trading. It's not going to take 7 years. It's less, especially if you have the right approach. But you need time. It's not overnight thing. And as I said, you got some people that are just struggling on daily basis because they are missing some ingredients in their approach, or they are just having like a gambling attitude and just not doing well.
When you have people physically in a platform, I think it's easier to support them, give them what they want, talk with them, and see how they're doing. But how do you support people when they are offline in like a different country?
Before the COVID-19, we were one of the first firms who decided to go for the remote option. Because as I told you in the beginning, we started with 72 stations here in London, people coming every day, coming the tube and starting the trading journey. Definitely when you are around traders, you have meetings, you have that, you can support them. The risk manager, he has more control on them. But remotely is different experience. But we just found out that when you allow people to work remotely, that better psychologically. Life here is difficult here in London. You have to take the tube every day, coming early, it's busy. It's just like a nightmare, you know. For that, for many people from our team, asking them to trade from home, it was like the best thing happened to them in their lives, you know. Just getting desk trading from home, making sure you have good connectivity, and you are trading using our platform. But it was before the COVID-19, before the remote job. We were encouraging our traders to work remotely, and we were accepting we're accepting more traders overseas. We have some trading in Spain, in Italy, in the States. We are quite big in the States. We have many traders there. For that, it's challenging. I have to be honest, it's challenging. It's not that easy. Our risk team is struggling on daily basis. In the meantime, we don't have like this trading room. We did it in the past, but we don't like it because we just influence each other. If you have someone that is loud, he's going to influence everyone. He's going to say, I'm long on dollar. Everyone is going to be long on dollar. So that is really challenging. But one of the methods we developed with our risk team is just making sure you have a direct relation with your trader. It's like a personal relation. You interviewed him in the first stage. You already know about your trading, and from the second stage, when you start trading, give him a call. You welcome him, and from the third stage, you start trading, and you call him just saying you are doing well. What you are not doing here is wrong. So that there is like a follow up. Doesn't mean when someone is going to get funded from, is going to be by himself. But sometimes we struggle. I have to be honest. Sometimes we struggle because when someone is really far, it's really hard to manage him. But if someone is respecting the rules, it's fine. But when we see someone respecting the rules, we don't want to interfere or to say to him every 5 minutes that what you are doing is wrong. We would like to give enough freedom, enough room for someone to perform and grow on daily basis.
And so how do people get paid with the trading profit? They get paid a portion of the profit, and how often do they get paid with that?
Okay, we don't operate with time frames. We operate with targets. For that, every time we achieve 10% target, we double. We split the profit. We pay you same day. We pay people on daily basis. We have our financial team. That job is just paying people on daily basis. For that, every time you achieve 10%, if you can do it in 2 days, 2 months, or 2 weeks, it's the same. We don't care. What is really important for us is the target. When you reach 10% target, we withdraw profit, we split, we double, you go to the next level. We pay using, bank transfers, same day, and it's very fast. We have a good partner where we pay people same day. We have someone, for example, in Sri Lanka, he just got his money. He was quite surprised. He said, with international transfer, I'm just getting them after 3 or 4, maybe 2 weeks, but with you just I got it same day. For that, this is what we would like to do. It's just making sure we always pay people same day and double for them, because at the end it's all about psychology. It's all about how you feel. It's like more motivating. Our job is just motivating traders. It's like a team. It's like a sort of football team, and you have people behind you just supporting you and motivating you to produce more profit and make more effort to make more profit for you and for us. For that, the payment is very important for us. Always same day. For that, when someone gets paid, he feels the reward. He is happy. He is proud. He feels personal satisfaction, fulfillment, and he's ready to go to the next stage.
And what is the profit share that traders get?
50-50.
50-50, okay.
Yeah, I know maybe it doesn't sound interesting because you got some people that are offering 90%.
Yeah, but some platforms offer 20 also, so it's kind of a good mid-range.
I think with Fair, it's 50-50 for everyone who is joining, and we don't change this. If you are managing 15K or half a million, is 50-50. We don't have room to negotiate. We are clear. Our rules are crystal clear from the beginning. We don't negotiate. 50, I think, is fair for both of us. I don't see a point for a prop trading firm to allocate funds, taking risk, allocating funds, not being liable to losses for trader, and at the end they just get 20%. Business-wise, doesn't sound interesting. For that, I think 50 is fair for them, for us, and is a win-win. We are working as a team. We are on the same side, and we are working to help you to reach your full potential as a trader and to produce more profit for you and for us.
Very interesting. And so how often the account grows? How often do you assign more capital to the trader? Is it every 10% you assign the trader more capital?
That's correct. Every 10% we double, regardless of the time frame. Every 10% we split the profit and we double.
Okay. So they start with 15K, then they would get to 30K, and then they would double that again to 60K? Okay.
That's correct. And we've got sometimes what we do, we burn steps. Because what is very important for you, for us, Etienne, let me explain it, is just to make sure what we are allocating to this person is responsible. He has a good risk management. He's trustworthy. He knows what he's doing, and he's disciplined. When it comes to money, we don't mind. For example, what we did last time, because we are prop trading firm, and we need to allocate money in order to make money. Our primary income is from the market. For that, one guy, last time, we moved him from 30K to 120K. Why? Because we have seen, and when we evaluated his account, we have seen the drawdown very small. He is conservative. He is responsible. He is disciplined. He doesn't gamble. He respects the rules. He knows what he's doing. He's confident. He knows when he closes positions. He knows when he cut losses. The drawdown is very low. So that's what we did. We say, okay, instead of giving him from 30 to 60, let's give him 120. And there is another thing we've got to mention it as well, is the volume double as well. Because the maximum lot size that allowed in 15K is 0.5 lot, which is around $5 a pip. So that when they go to 30K is one lot. And when they go to 60K is two lots. And when they go to 120K is four lots. And they keep growing until they reach 500,000.
So what are some of the rules that traders need to respect to keep trading with the platform? They have a maximum drawdown, they have a maximum exposure. What are some of the other rules they have to follow?
We don't trade the news. The news is very important. When someone trade during NFP or during unsolicited decision for us, it's like a big thing. Okay, we don't trade the news. We don't gamble. We don't know what is going to happen. We've got to make sure we preserve capital. This is one thing. Second thing is respecting the lot size. We don't like someone over trading or opening one lot when he's allowed to open just 0.5. The third thing, not leaving position over the weekend. We don't allow any trader to leave position over the weekend. Only sometimes exceptions. For sometimes what we ask them to do on Friday, like tomorrow, we're going to ask them to send a request to risk team saying, I have this position. I would like to keep it over the weekend. The risk team, they evaluate, depends of the pair, depends of the news, what is happening, depends of the geopolitical risk, if there is any news over the weekend, and depends of the asset he's trading. If he's, for example, trading Aussie CAD, it's not like trading cable. Or if he's trading Euro New Zealand, the Euro Kiwi, it's not like he's trading Euro dollar. For that, if we see that there is no big risk, we just we say to them, okay, that's fine. Your request has been accepted. We're going to leave it over the weekend. But mainly 90% out of the time, we don't leave any position over the weekend. And making sure that he doesn't overtrade. We want him to leave enough positions to grow and leaving them time to see what is going to happen with these positions. We don't get involved in the trading strategy. Is completely free. They can do whatever they want, but our rule is very important. They have to respect the rules, and we need to preserve the capital. This is what is very important. Let me put it that way: is the concerns we are having is like anyone he's having who is giving his money to someone to manage.
It's very true. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just give money to someone and have them do whatever they want to do. It wouldn't make sense.
Exactly. If you are giving, for example, a demo, whatever, at the end, and the track record they provide as well, which is quite important sometimes. Even we believe as a firm that past performance is not guaranteed of future results, despite it's real money and there's a real track record. But sometimes you see some people coming to us with 5 years track records, say to us, I need 100K or 250,000 to start with. And sometimes we do. Sometimes we do. We sit down, we negotiate, we see if it's okay, we can allocate the money. But when they start losing. For that, imagine if after, with real money, real track records, and we struggle sometimes to spot the best traders. For that, if someone is basing his judgment on demo account, it's even worse because it's completely a different environment, different approach, different ecosystem, different execution, different spread, different pricing. It's completely a different world from demo to real. For that, we don't use it even. We don't have any demo. Even when we teach people, we train people. We use in the past to use demo accounts, but we just found out that demo account it just works against you. Let me explain it why. It's quite interesting because we did some research on that. Demo accounts, when you're trading demo, you are going to get some bad habits. And those bad habits, you're going to keep them all your career. It's really difficult to get rid of them. For that, what the best advice I can give to someone, move on from demo account. Even if a small account of $50, $100, real money, better than demo account. Demo account is just to learn how to use the platform, how to draw technical analysis. But to trade, don't let your psychology to deal with demo account. Let your psychology be clear and clean. Because by letting demo account involving in your psychology as a trader, you are polluting your journey. And you are making it, you are just like creating trouble for yourself in the future. And that's why what we decided, when we get someone he doesn't know anything about trading, we just give him a small account of $50, better than you give him 15K or 10K in demo account. Because when he's in real money, he feels the pressure. He feels when he makes money, he feels that he's making money, and he is just learning and speeding up the process and the journey of profitability.
That makes sense. And like you said before, you can have a really good track record, but a bad character or a bad mindset, and that's gonna negate the good track record.
Sometimes we had some cases like that. When you got some traders that are wonderful, that are top, but those people that are good only managing their own money. You got kind of people like us, kind of traders. If you give him someone else's money, he's not going to do well. We had many people like that. Because I don't know, psychological thing, maybe they are not good, maybe there's some trouble, maybe we can't understand. Because this, as a trader, especially nowadays, every position you're opening is unique, is different experience compared to the one you did yesterday or last year. 10 years ago, maybe we were like more in a better position. It was easier to make money because the patterns and the market was. But now with the algos and all with what's happening, I think every position you open is unique experience. It's like flying. It's like a guy, pilot, when he's applying for a job, they ask him how many hours do you fly? How many hours do you fly? For that, it's same thing with traders. They said today, okay, he's going to say, I fly 500 hours. Experienced pilots, they fly 10,000 hours, 2,000 hours. It's same thing with traders. Is when you recruit someone, you say to him, how many live trades you open? How many live experience you had with every trade you open? For that, this is how it works. That's why I'm always advising traders to start your journey with real money as soon as possible. Because if you are not starting with real money, your journey is not starting yet. You are just in preparation of starting a journey as a trader. Because the real journey for a trader is when he starts struggling psychologically.
Very true. Where can people find you if they want to apply or connect with you or just reach out?
Yeah, we have our website. They can apply for our Fund the Trader program. We ask them some questions. It's quite long because there are many people complaining, saying to us, your questions are very long, it's too much, and it's something solid. They need to ask them about the solid questions, risk management, how much they're managing, if they have any margin calls. And as soon as we receive the application, our talent acquisition team, they give them a call. They can book an interview. We give them a call. We talk to them. And 24 hours later, we say to them if they're approved or not. Simple as that. If they're approved, there is another thing which is very important as well. If someone is approved, we signed with them a contract, a legal contract. In the UK law is a proper contract. This contract is the same for someone who is managing $500,000 with us or someone who is managing 15K. It's a solid setup. And we start the journey with him. He get the account details and he start trading.
Yeah, sounds simple to me. It's not that complicated.
It's very simple. What's very important is just making sure they're winners. We want winners in our pool. They have good track record. They come, they're welcome, and we help them with all what we can do to help them to perform and make profit.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Karim. It's been really helpful to hear things about your platform and how you do things, and also the fact that it's different from the other platforms that I've seen before. So very interesting to hear, and I hope people reach out to you and connect with you and hopefully trade with you in the future as well.
Definitely. Thank you very much for having me. And I hope we can help each other in the future as well. If there is a way to do that, I will be delighted. I got to thank you and salute what you are doing, you and Mike, in order to help traders as a community of traders, because we will like to see traders doing well. And this is actually what you are doing, just to help traders who are looking and educating them and helping them, which is quite a good thing. I've got to thank you for that and wishing you all the best.